Hey there, everybody. It's me, Chris Herman, here for another episode of On Deck. Today's episode 81 is a solo episode with me, and today's topic is dealership messaging. Being that as this message goes live, it will be the last day of the month in the month of March. We still have a solid 9 months left of the year 2022, which we all know is going to continue to be challenged as a result of inventory constraints, chip constraints, supply chain constraints, you name it, we've got it affecting our industry right now. But as I've said before, and I will say again, just because these are different times in the fact that you've got super high demand for your vehicles, you've got record gross profitability, you've got record net profitability, you're probably spending a lot less on marketing your dealership, all understandable. However, now that we've been sitting in this situation for at least 9 months, in some cases up to a year of reduced inventories, I think it's safe to say that this is the new normal. This is the world that we're operating in, and it's important that we make the best of it. And of course, on the dealer side, I know you're making the best of it. We are too. But what I mean by that is, it's time to move away from this no specials, no special message about your dealership stance. If you're still kind of holding back and not really saying much about your store, if you're not really promoting any type of specials or special offers or specific messaging at your dealership, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and do that now. And the reason why is I think it's important that we still be retailers, right? I think it's important that we still create excitement when it comes to buying a car. Yeah, the process is different. Yes, customers have less selection and they got to wait a longer time for a car. But when they get to your website or when they come in contact with you, I think it's still important that we're showing, hey, we got stuff going on, right? And so what do I mean by that? Well, in a lot of recent conversations that I've had with our clients, I think I've been very clear in saying, let's make sure we go through the website. Let's really look and see, do you have specials? And I'm not talking about like stupid low payment specials where you're giving away the farm in terms of your gross profitability, but I am talking about, every manufacturer right now, at least through March, has, lease specials. They've got some finance specials, some incentives that are worth talking about. And so, from the marketing perspective, it's more important now than ever, not more than ever, but I think that, for a while we've just been saying, hey, we've got cars. It's time to say now we've got cars, or we can order your car. But we've also got specials on the vehicles that are coming in. We've got 0.9% financing. We've got special lease programs available. These are things that need to be communicated to your customer right now, because even though they're going to look harder and further for that specific car, there still are going to be meaningful differentiators that dealerships need to have in terms of helping guide the consumer to ultimately purchase at your store. And so just getting back to the basics on your website, in your digital marketing, in your social marketing, having a message that is more than just we've got cars, I think is really important. And that can be, again, factory specials. None of those are going to cut into your gross profit, but they will present the picture to the customer that there's something exciting going on at your store. The second thing, which is really important, which I'm going to continue to harp on, is this messaging that is focused around we buy cars, right? We've just launched and we're about to launch another, this dealership buys cars program. And without, getting too obvious about it, inventory is tough to source right now. And so if we can drive more customers to the dealership right now with a message that we'll buy their car regardless if they buy from us, there's never been a better time to trade out or sell your vehicle because the values are so high. It's really advantageous for the customer right now to know this information. And this is a great way for dealerships to get more customers into the store. I realize it's kind of obvious, and a lot of stores are already doing this, but still, as we move forward, I think we're going to see more of this messaging, and it's important that you shift your operations at the store and you shift your marketing messages at the dealership in order to better facilitate acquisition of inventory, right? It's advantageous for you. You guys need the cars. Your customers have a great opportunity to get more than they ever could. Now realize then they got to find something to buy, but I know you can help them with that. But having that really aggressive, we'll buy your car message in the marketplace is one that's going to resonate for a long time. And it's already happening, and we've got our clients on it. I mean, AutoNation is doing it. If you look around the country, most big dealers, most big groups have some sort of we'll buy your vehicle messaging, and it's for a reason, because it works, and it's really the best message that you can have out there to drive traffic into your store. The third point, today's going to be a little bit shorter message. The third point, again, is do not overlook your service department. Again, I'm still looking at a lot of our clients' budgets, and we're trying to push service more, and we are. But there's not tons being spent on service marketing right now. A lot of that is because most service departments are pretty solidly backed up. Technicians are still a little bit harder to find. I'm hearing less from our clients these days about problems, having enough technicians or having enough throughput in the shop. But speaking of the shop, if you hear like a buzzing, that's actually somebody outside with a power sprayer cleaning the building here. You can probably, there it is. But throughput through your shop obviously has been an issue over the last year, as it was harder to secure enough technicians, and as customers are keeping their vehicle longer, they're more likely to service the vehicle. But I think this service message and continually driving an abundance of traffic into your service department is important for three reasons. Obviously, one, for profitability of your business. Without a doubt, the service department is going to kick the most to the bottom line. So you want to keep that humming. That. Number two, getting these vehicles into the service department is a great way to source trades. I just recently dropped my vehicle off at a service department yesterday. I mean, prominently displayed through the whole drive is, ask about how not to pay your bill, which is essentially a lead into a possible trade out of your car and get into something else program. Every dealership's doing it, but working the service drive has always been a great way to source trades. And then finally, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, during these times when it is more difficult for your customer to be able to purchase what they want to purchase from you, now more than ever, you need to continue maintaining that relationship with your customer, and being able to communicate with them about what their automotive needs are, getting in touch with them and reaching out to them sooner than later when it comes to when they're ready to either trade or buy another vehicle. And so getting your customer routinely through your service department is going to help you maintain your customer base during a period of time when, customers are going to be even more likely to look all over the place for a car. I won't say it exactly, but a friend and client of ours was sharing with me a story about how a friend of his was looking for a specific vehicle, and he said, well, we can find it. Are you working with a dealer? He said, I don't care about the dealer. I just care about the car, right? Meaning that people are going to, if they find the car, they're going to buy it anywhere they can. And so some of that is inevitable, but if you can continue to reach out and maintain a good communicative effort with your customer base, it's really important right now. And how can you do that? I mean, obviously, service messaging, getting people in for inexpensive service offers, so that you can get in, meet with them, talk with them, spend some time with them, share a cup of coffee, let them know what's going on, get a sense for when they might be in the market for a new vehicle. If they're coming up in the next 3 to 6 months, good time to kind of head them off with the pass and see if you can get them into the process early with you so you don't lose them to somebody else. Other ways, email marketing, social marketing, video marketing. We're doing all of this for our stores right now, with a focus on service to help maintain that business and to help stay in touch with the consumer. So, again, to wrap up and conclude, I really think it's important that dealers continue to market and message their business as if you had all the cars in the world. Let me rephrase that. That's not exactly how I meant to say that, but I think what would be a better way to say it is that dealers need to continue to market and communicate to their customer base as if things were sort of normal. So what does that mean? Again, offering specials on your website and in your other digital marketing avenues. And if you're doing traditional, have some specials out there right now. Create some excitement. Use the manufacturer specials. Secondarily, look into making sure that you have a We Buy Cars message on your website, that you have a process, and that you have messaging in your other medias as well too, so that you can continue to source inventory, and then finally to maintain that service presence with your customer base. It's going to be important as we move through this year, and quite frankly into next year. I don't know that we're going to see massive changes in inventory availability through the year or even into the beginning of next year, but you got to keep doing business. You got to keep your customers inspired, excited, and engaged with you so that you can continue to have them as customers. So just a few thoughts today on dealership messaging, coming to you right here from the Herman Agency. Again, another solo episode of On Deck with me, Chris Herman. And I would appreciate it if you like this content. Please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Herman Agency. Ring the bell to get notifications on future content, and like and or comment on the videos. Promise we'll get back to you right away. All right. So I hope you're all well. Thank you so much and have a great day.